Hello. Okay, hello. Oh, my HUD seems to be a bit of a mess. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we can finish this tonight, but I don't know. It's gonna be maybe one or two more, I think, at the most. But last time I sort of got all the chores, I think, done. And I think all that's left is to go to the Jade Temple. I know there's a little bit to do after this, but hopefully not too much more. But we'll go on in. Probably should have gone in first, seeing as it's going to take ages to load. Wow. Okay, right. We made it. What is this music, though? Change the view? I don't think I've been... Oh my gosh, the control has gone weird. There we go. I think I've actually been here, because I thought this was like the Tower of LA area, but I guess it's either another section or it's the same one. This looks like it's going to be a whole location, though, so maybe this is going to take the majority of the evening. This music is very spooky. Kind of reminds me of the final dungeon yesterday too. Oh, I guess it's just attack. Probably should summon something. Maybe the Celestial Samurai? Even poison. I don't recall if these summoned creatures have a second form, actually. Perhaps if I equip Joseph or something? I can't remember if you can actually equip the scales. Blue Dragon, Ice 2, Dark, Green. Oh no, is it not these? Ring of the Four Winds. Celestial. Oh no, I guess they have unlocked both of them. So the second one is the dragon. Celestial Samurai. Where's the other ring? Ring of Grounding? No. Or are you already wearing it? Ah, there. Poison, Elemental, Dodge and Parry. Maybe I could swap that out. Where is attack speed? I've been summoned. Hello there. Yes, I've been used to streaming so late because when I've started doing some of these earlier streams, I forget like how many people are not even awake. Dodge, parry, max HP. What's 20 health though? Is that even significant? I guess it is actually. 20 is quite a lot. I can put that on. I'd ask how you were, but I feel like we just spoke. How have you been? This is a whole area, actually. I thought it was sort of going to be a finale, but I honestly have no memory of this game. I remember I know the final location of the game. I know that this isn't it. I know where we end up at the very end. I know the final. I don't quite remember exactly what the final boss is, but I know the exact room that you find it in. And I know it's not even in this continent. I don't want to spoil in case there's some person I don't know. What ring did I just pick? Ring of Reservation. Preservation, even. Ring of Reservation. Caption contest. So I know that after this, there's at least... I don't know, we need to make our way back, basically, to the previous continent. And I assume that's when we can hand in one of those side quests that I've yet to be able to hand in, but... I wasn't planning on this area being huge. Tired. Watched a movie last night. The internet went up midway. Waited for an hour and a half to see if it came back up. Oh my god. I guess that's the problems with streaming. I don't think, touch wood, I've ever had an internet outage here. I mean, back in the UK, I feel like it was a lot more common for things to go wrong. Like, touch wood again. I've never had a power cut, but it seemed like a pretty regular occurrence back home. You know, you'd wake up in the morning and we'd always know because we'd wake up and you'd see that the oven clock had gone back to 0 and was blinking, and that would tell you, oh, there was a power cut last night at some point. Or we'd be awake, you know. I mean, I actually fondly remember power cuts as a kid. They were a little bit scary at the time, but I remember, I don't know, it was sort of like a calming time too, because you couldn't use any technology. There's no lights, there's no TV. One would have to get the candles out. Aren't very common here, probably depends on the place. Were they in the past? Because also, you know, I have to bear in mind I haven't lived in the UK for about 13 years now, but it might just be where I lived. Oh, here's the 4 generals, I guess. I thought they died. This is going to be a bit rough, isn't it? It's probably a bit of both, because I assume it would be the electric company's fault, whoever it is. Sometimes. Ghost Rider. Tiger Rider. Okay. Let's just go all in. Can we do something with you? Where's Bless? Can we bless everybody? She's busy. Why can't I tell her what to do? Bless. Target lakes less. No, I want the group. Party takes less. Do that. Time for that rave. But yeah, I remember the power cuts. So I want to get the candles out. Because it would be because that's the thing. It'd be pitch black, wouldn't it? So, and I just sat my mum's knee because I remember being very little and a bit scared. And my mum. That's the sort of culture I think that. I don't know if it's truly gone. Maybe people do still do it, but just don't talk about it. But like, it sounds corny, but that's when I just at my mum's knee by candlelight. There's nothing else. There's nothing to do in the dark at like 10 p.m. or something, and we've only got like 1 or 2 candles for emergencies. And we'd just sit there and we'd have to wait for the power to come back on. And that's when my mum would just sing songs when I was little. She used to sing like old, because my mum's a bit older in general anyway, but. She'd just sing old-fashioned sort of songs that she knew from her mum and her grandma and stuff. So probably some of them are a bit like probably post-Victorian, and even just silly songs from like the 50s. One that I remember that she used to sing, 'cause my grandma used to sing it, was it Dozy Dotes, whatever it is, and Mersey Dotes and Little Lambs Eat Ivy, the ones in Twin Peaks. These don't seem so bad. But yeah, that was always sort of a little memory for me with power cuts. They always happened at night in my memory, like because it would only be my mum in. My dad would be at the pub. Never heard that one in real life. Maybe not as much as the thing up here. Do you know the one I mean? I wonder if you'd know it if you actually listened to it. I don't know where it's. I thought it was like a folk song, but I don't think it is. I think it was actually a comedy record. I only looked into it. Apparently, it was a favourite of my grandma's or something, because I assumed it was a folk song, but I don't think it is at all. You just assume sometimes. I think it's just a song from the. It was like a, you know, in the 50s and the 40s, a lot of music tended to be like kind of gimmicky songs and silly limericks and stuff. I think it's just one of those. Somebody did it, so it'll just be a case of some, you know, a family member liked it or they didn't probably. But it's quite well known, I think, that one, because it's been used in TV. But I mean, we've got it on a CD here. We have it on a kids nursery rhyme thing here, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that song was as big as it is, because it just reminds me of my grandma. Horseman's plate mail, go on then. Jacquard. There was another song as well that my grandma used to sing, and I can't remember it very well. I need to see if my mum can figure out what it is. It was like Turalua or something, but it's not the ones that everybody else seems to know. It's like a nonsense song as well. Jacquard then, I guess. What, did I just pick up a bow something? Can we get away from here? Let's put Jacquard on. Jeepers Creepers, where did you get those peepers? Always made me think, I know that, but I'm trying to think how that goes. But there was a lot of stuff, a lot of the songs that I knew. What is this conversation? Whatever, it's fine. One of the songs that I remember, I used to have a cassette, because I think it's because my mum's very sentimental of older memories and very insistent on handing them down, even though stuff's like really old. I appreciate it now though, but it does sound a bit weird, I guess, sometimes to say. But there was like a, you know, like the old school sort of radios that kids would listen to, and they used to broadcast like Hello Children Everywhere before TV was a constant thing. So we always had a cassette with lots of songs from that on, and it was like some of the most popular hits for kids songs on the radio. So I used to listen to a lot of that music, which a lot of people, I think, even our age, you had one. I bet a lot of kids our age wouldn't even necessarily know that. I think it's very niche for who your parents were and what kind of people they were. Yeah, some of the songs are good. I liked one that was it like the railroad goes through the middle of the house or something. There was a song like that. Let me just think of this. Resist piercing, heavy arms, protection 15. I don't know if I need this. There was that you're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush, I remember that. What did I say protection was? 17. I hate the armor on this game. I mean, nothing's ever seems like it's really an upgrade. This is crap. Why are you giving me this point in the game? Resists piercing, but I don't know what piercing is. How do I know what the hell is doing piercing in this game? Am I that invested? Can she wear it? 70. See, we've all got better armor. Nope. Right, so what was that other piece that Joseph just got? Scrotum shield. What was it? It was like a full piece of armor. Horseman's plate mail. This is gonna be crap as well. 55. Okay, it's better, but you know, if he takes his trousers off, excuse me, but it'll end up being exactly the same. 40 plus 15, but that gives me 10 AP. What do? You don't give me anything better. It's not an upgrade. Oh, I don't get it. No, I'm going back. I want the 10 AP. What did he have on his chest? I find this is a real Western specific RPG thing. Maybe I just play these games wrong and I don't understand the nuances, but I always feel like you get so much stuff that's never an upgrade. It's just junk everywhere. And too much of it, you just get... armor's so saturated, like, don't know what everything is. Dark 3, Fire 3. That sounds good. Necklace of Stealth. At this point in the game, don't really need it. Working class folk, I think. Yeah. Also age, I think, too. I think some people that have much younger parents than... I don't know how old your parents are, but I think age can play a part in it, too. Obviously, I know I'm a little bit younger than you anyway. But my parents are a little bit older than most. Because my mum was 40 when I was born, so... Well, ish. I was gonna give you summon 3, and you can keep that. I want fire and dark. She's already got that on. What have you got? Fire to... Oh, you may as well have it then. It's just an upgrade for you. Whatever it was. Jewellery. Is it Hellfire something? Oh, it's not even been identified. Couldn't identify? Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do I have to identify? Oh, whatever. I really don't care enough. Bogged down in admin. Just finish checking. How much is that doggy in the window and all that stuff? There's something about dimples as well. Dimples and 20 tiny fingers or something. A lot of it's also that sort of stuff like Doris Day kind of music. I was always quite fond of Doris Day. I mean, we've had this conversation though with you specifically, Barney, but that sort of era of musicals and stuff. So that's sort of the background that I come from anyway. So I guess it really does make sense that there's that cassette as well. But that would be the time when the power cut, just to wind it back, but OG Mage, it would be in those power cuts or something, singing those songs, because there's nothing else to do. I mean, the phones would still work. You end up phoning my sister, have you got a power cut now? Because sometimes, like, when I was younger, the power cuts, they could last for like half an hour or more, you know, just sitting there waiting for it to come back on. I get the feeling it doesn't happen so much now. I feel like I don't hear anybody talking about it, but then again I don't live there to truly know. I feel like it did happen quite a lot when I was a kid. I mean, we get like the TV not working sometimes too, you know, you'd have the satellite, the bad weather, and there's no TV today. That was always... I remember getting really upset. I was watching Mysterious Cities of Gold, and it was like next week on, and we saw the preview, and it was like this episode with some ruins collapsing or something. It was very dramatic. I remember looking forward to it, and then when I went to watch it, it was like a stormy day, and I couldn't watch it, and I had a like tantrum. Not that it's, you know, there's nothing. I was just a kid and angry at the world, but nothing nobody could do about it. But I was absolutely livid because I couldn't see any of it because it was just static. And please wait. First world problems. There was one Christmas when we lived in Perth with incredibly heavy snowfall. I think the power went out for like 4 hours one day. I remember us playing. See, that sounds like a lovely memory though. At the same time, like it sounds, it's like a what do they call it? Not a curse, a blessing in disguise. A curse in a blessing's clothing. My language is appalling. I don't speak any language any good anymore. I'm a good girl, I am. I'm just having to unclear the map, but this is... They clearly can't be asked to even render it on the map itself. Between about... Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. 3 and 7, it's very much content with many hours of candlelight. Yeah, I mean, that's the difference if it happens in the evening. Although maybe it'd be more fun. Some of this is lovely, like the idea of it all, but it just feels so... I don't know, like these ugly ass textures. Like, what is that? A horrible rock. But it feels like there was a good sort of artistic concept going on, but just... God. I think it is just... Like, it's much bigger than a PS1 game in scope and size of locations and stuff, but I think it was still just way too early to know how to handle any of the technology that was available. Because, I mean, I would imagine they were probably having to make this before the PlayStation had truly launched. Yeah, I'm actually curious. Does it have a date? Because wouldn't they be using like a dev kit or something? It was a launch title. No, it was a launch title. I knew I'd said it before, but... October... No, it came out in October 26th, 2000. This is old. This came out not long after Final Fantasy IX. This is a really old game. When did it launch? Yeah, so the PlayStation came out in March 2000 in Japan. And then it came out on the 26th of October with this game at launch in America. That's mad. So they must have really not... I mean, they'd have been making this before it was on the shelves. They probably would have maybe been able to, you know, see a Japanese PlayStation 2. But, I mean, it probably took more than just like 4 or 5 or 6 months to make. It's a very ambitious, like, fancy picking this to launch on a brand new console, like in scope. I don't know, how many do we have many launch titles that are this ambitious? I feel like they tend to play it safe for a bit first, you know, some platform, like even, you know, stuff like Final Fantasy X, they don't come out at the beginning. You're massive. I mean, what? Modern open world games? They don't come out at launch, do they? I mean, I guess Assassin's Creed was fairly early, but it wasn't launch, I don't think. Architecture was just sunk the console as any other company. So if it's a program for then either the GameCube or Xbox and weaker than either as well, but coming on the back of the PS1. In that sense, you've got to sort of applaud this game for trying. Because I guess it really is just a very, very fancy PlayStation 1 game, isn't it? Well, no, it's even better than that. You would never get this running on a PS1, I don't think. Tablet. Tablet appears to be a fragment of a map covered with intricate ruins. 3 points on the map are named Umakil, Delios and Muhul. Under each name there is a flat circular depression about the size of a coin. The carvings that once had been placed there are now missing. Oh, don't tell me this is a whole, like, thing. That's because it's so small compared to Lake. Yeah. But this game's huge. I mean, I remember one of the early ones was Zone of the Enders, but that was a very short game. It was mostly just movies. Dark Cloud was quite big, but it was a lot of randomized repeats of dungeon corridors. Is that all of this? I'm not sure exactly what were launched games. Wasn't that Star Wars game a launch one? Starship, Starfighter. I remember it being very early. Because I didn't get one at launch, but I sort of remember some of the earlier... Oh, is this the Emperor? Ooh, let's save. Just in case. Basically a tech demo of before it really begins, yeah. It was a good story and stuff. I mean, the boss, it does feel like it just starts getting good when it ends. Very abruptly, I think. It really sort of was... I remember even back in the day just being like, oh, is that it? It felt like more like a mid-boss or something. Like it felt like the pre-finale. Ring of Warding. Why does this need identifying? Okay. Weird. What was I looking for? That ring. Ring of Warding. So it said. That's very twitchy, this menu. Dodge parry. Dodge parry. It's kind of better than that. Hey Tin Sarah, how are you? Speed. Axe weapons and blunt weapons. What are you using? Is this an axe? Axe and heavy, yeah. I guess he's got to keep it. So I need speed +2, I wonder. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's have more dodging. Running behind a bit today. True Monday start. Right. That's like me on a Tuesday. Although I woke up so late today, I didn't really do anything. I didn't get any of the stuff done I wanted to. I wanted to go for a walk and study my flashcards, which I didn't get done. I haven't got done for about a week now. The hot weather's really ruining my mojo. Because I just don't want to go outside for walks, because it's just too bloody hot. Oh, there's another one. Right, is this going to be a final boss? Bracing for the firework. Indeed. Oh, here we go.
The summoner has returned to Ela. No prophecy will deliver you from my wrath this time. You will die here, before the Jade Temple, before the very altar where the prophecy against me was uttered. I shall prove to these meddlesome priests that Murad, third Emperor of Heaven, fears no man.
All you have done to silence the prophecy, Murad, has made it come true in the end. By this hand, I will crush your tyranny. The true heir of Orenia's throne has returned.
The true heir of Orenia's throne. The rightful head to wear this crown.
Oh.
You see how pathetic you are? Orenia matters not. A wasteland of stone and dust. You can have your pitiful throne. Your friend can wear her crown as she pleases. But I shall become the lord of all creation.
Wow. I don't know whether that was a glitch in the game or my PlayStation 2 struggling. That is not what I expected him to look like, because I don't remember this at all. I thought we'd seen him in a cutscene before. My imagining of him was like wearing full armor and being like almost like a demonic looking person. I remember him being an old man. Let's cast Protect. And Faith. Do all those good RPG things. Oh, attack Murad. Oh, you paralyzed me. Crud, can we cure you of that? What's the samurai do? I think he's just doing attack, isn't he? Oh, can't even see. You ain't so bad, Murad. Why is my like celestial summon thing having like a disco glitch? He's not supposed to look like that. He's really like, woo! Something's upset his coding, I think. Is he gonna go dragon on us? He looks like he's about to do something. Oh! I thought it was gonna go a bit Temple of Zion. Oh, bye. Go on, change into a dragon. You know you're dying to. Oh my god, I have no memory of this. What is this cursed thing? Murad Oni. Oh my god, I better look. What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh. It's illegal in your state. That's interesting. Everywhere? Or is it just like amateur people doing it? Stop attacking Rosalind. She's like weak. Private use. It's the 4th of July when people are like, but it's my rights, it's my liberties. Leave poor Rosalind. Oh, you're gone. I love how his inventory is on the floor in the cutscene. The final piece. That's the last summon thing, I think, that we needed. Joseph has left the party. No, he hasn't. He's right there. We've got to talk to everybody. Oh. Tome. What's a tome when it's at a tome? Oh, I can't identify because Fleece isn't in the party. Doo-doo-doo. So what did we just pick up? Some states have few restrictions, but VA is a pretty strict one. I thought we must have got a final ring. Ring of Jade, there it is. Jade Golem. Ooh. Let's put it on then. So I think there might be one more summon to get to. Counter attack, dodge, parry. We'll put it on there. I can summon the Jade Golem now. Let's have a look at him. Bye. Oh, the Samurai's glitch was fixed anyway. The one ring. There's 4 though actually. But the 4 rings to rule them. Well, actually there's 8. There was the, what was it? It was like the heaven rings and the other rings. We got tricked, didn't we? Oh my god, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? What was it? Yargo tricked us into getting the 4 rings and we lost our hand. I can't remember if we have our hand back now. We do, don't we? Yeah. I want to summon the thing. Oh well, we'll look at him later. Let's talk to Jekar. Or maybe I should save. Love the start time movie. It is a brilliant opening. I used to like it on the Two Towers game that they had back in the day when it transitioned into the video game. Do you remember when we were children, Joseph? My father was the huntsman of the Lord of Saran, and I hated the Lord's sons. Why did you hate them? They could ride horses and I could not, on account of my common birth. But even when we practiced combat with wooden swords, I made them feel my anger. We were friends then. You saved the Lord's favourite hound once. He had fallen into a poacher's snare, and from that day forth I called you friend. To think the day would come when I would fear you. Because of Yargo? When he came to Siran, things changed. Filthy and ragged in his tattered robes, with a half-wild look in his eyes, he taught you about your gift, as he called it. Then the soldiers came. Yes, I forgot now the reason why. A private war between Duke and Earl, perhaps, or a marauder's raid? They swept through the fields. Siran had no walls to hold them back. But they outnumbered us 10-1. There was nothing we could do. Then the demons came, and I watched all that I loved vanish in the flames. And so you hated me. I hated you because you were all I had left to hate. And now? And now all of Medivh is now a wasteland. I have learned that unless I surrender the past, there will be no future. We have work to do, Joseph. Hang on, I feel like I missed it. I didn't really follow the second text box there. I forgot the reason why. A private war between Duke and Earl, perhaps, or a marauder's raid. They swept through the fields. So we fought for our lives, but they were outnumbered. There was nothing we could do. And then the demon, yeah, so he summoned the demon in a panic, didn't he? My favourite scene in Lord of the Rings is where Galadriel is offered the ring. The effects of it were amazing. Such a chilling moment. Oh yes, that was spooky. It's the bit when she screams, isn't it? I've only seen the first film. I've seen the first film a few times. I've only seen the second film all the way through once or twice, and I've only seen the final film once, and that was in the cinema. I really need to revisit them at some point. I kind of want like the director's cuts box sets on Blu-ray or something though. Do you remember when I helped you find Yargo? To think that we were sneaking into my father's palace. How cruel and strange fate is. My father's palace. Oh yeah, because yes, so she's the daughter of the king from the other kingdom and the daughter of the queen from this kingdom. Sort of an illegal child. You know what I mean. A sneaky bit on the side. How cruel and strange fate is. Cruel and strange. They call me rogue and gutter snipe in the old city, but now I'm the daughter of an empress. What should we do now, your highness? You mean, your majesty, Fleece says with a grin. You forget that I'm Beliar's rightful heir. We must go back to Medivh. The demons must be stopped. How do we stop the demons? We'll need the ring of light, darkness, fire and stone. Perhaps the Kosani can help us. Oh, those are the rings that we lost. How can the Kosani help us? If they made the original rings, they might know how to make new ones. But we'll have to be careful. We may be in danger if we return to Sarnaval. In danger? You destroyed the rings and freed the demons. Oh, that was what it was. Yeah, we put our hand in a furnace with the rings on, thinking that it would enhance them, I think it was, or something, or make them one ring. But it actually was a trick, and it broke the rings and released the demons that were contained inside them. If Kosani think you betrayed them, they will kill you. How will we get to Medivh? I don't think I'm going to finish this tonight, actually, because I feel like there's still a little bit more to go. I don't know. The journey across Kadim is long and dangerous. We must find another way. Now that Murad is dead, nothing will stop the demons from attacking Arenia. If we don't hurry, we might have nothing left to fight for. Let's ask Kui Feng if she knows the way. That's her mum, isn't it? Just going to show them all in Discord again this year. I've never seen the final Hobbit movie either. Murad is dead, and you have fulfilled the Jade Temple's prophecy. Abbot Laurent will be pleased to know you did not fail him. He was right to believe in you. I was a fool, Joseph. That is why the abbot sent me on this journey. A monk of the Order of Iona has no need for vengeance and hatred. What should we do now? We must return to Medivh. I'm worried about the monastery, and I must find my father. Worried about the monastery? The monks of Iona are powerful, but even they cannot hold back the demons forever. Unlike Murad, the demons are immortal. Immortal? We must speak to the Ulsadana of the Kasani. With the rings destroyed in the forge of Uraf, they are the only ones who can help us. Speak to the Ulsadani. The Kasani say they've forgotten much of their ancestors' lore. I hope they remember how to make the rings and that Sarnavar has been spared. Sarnavar? I can't remember what Sarnavar is. It will take more than a few demons to rid the world of the Kasani. Is that just... Oh, Sarnavar I think is where they live. They survived the flood of Amasido. They are fierce warriors and their magic is woven into the stones themselves. And after we fight the demons? If we triumph, I will return to Iona and swear the oath of the Order. Even if the monastery no longer stands, I will rebuild it, stone by stone. I am bound to that island. You have your destiny, and I have mine. The rings? Rukar captured the demons by fighting them. A weakened demon cannot resist the lure of the rings. The lure of the rings. If the Kasani can make the rings, we must fight the demons. I feel like we're going to have to fight each demon then, so maybe there is a little ways to go. Now what then? I just walk out the door. Oh. Hello there, Jade Temple priest. Long ago, our order was persecuted and driven from this sacred place. In my heart, I knew we would return. How fortunate I am to see this day. Well, here we are. I'd like my party members to join me again. It's, I think it's changed. Has the time of day changed? Dun, 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 dun. I kind of assumed the Emperor was going to be sort of the finale, but I guess not. I know he's not the final boss, but I didn't think there would be much in between. This game is a lot bigger than I remembered. How much have we done? We've been playing it, not bad. 30 hours? 30 hours I don't think is too bad for a Western RPG, and I've been really fanning about. All those who died in the struggle, all those who died victims of Murad's cruelty, they did not suffer in vain. You are the bringer of justice and freedom. Tar? We are strangers to joy, we are strangers to triumph. Forgive us if we have forgotten how to celebrate and be happy. Jesus. Bring him with you to parties. No, pretty good. I'm standing at 56 hours. You're just a Wild Arms 2 streamer at this point. Arenia has a new empress. Murad is dead. The slaves of LA are free, and we will suffer no more. See, he's optimistic. Or she, can't really see. I think I'm the only person streaming it. It's your brand. Change your name. Summoner. You, Summoner, are the redeemer of this land. You have given new hope to those who have languished under the usurper's rule. I hope there's not going to be any more inventories. I don't want to have to do any more shopping. Now that we have a new empress... Ugh, why am I in your body? Now that we have a new empress, we must find the dragon scales that belong to her father and all the emperors of Arenia before him. It's fun, but I really want to get it done so it can move on. Whew. I was getting like that with Legend of Heroes though. It was very much a relief to finish it last night. We must find the dragon scales that belong to her father and all the emperors of Arenia before him. I found what you are seeking. Indeed, what have you found? Wait, if I give him the dragon scales... Oh, this was the quest. He's not, I can still summon stuff though, can't I? I'll give them him, whatever. Excellent, these scales have been passed down ever since the reign of the first emperor. They are artifacts of great significance to the crown. We reward your triumph. We got the ever-sharp katana. I bet it is crap. Ever disappointing, probably. Alright, here we go. Ready? 70 damage for my Nodachi, which casts Ice Coffin. Or I can have my ever-sharp katana, which is 70 and has no special powers. Rubbish! Weapon causes huge amounts of damage to foes. It does, but it doesn't cause as much damage as my Nodachi does. Which also may cast Ice Coffin. So, thanks but no thanks. Can Jakar use swords? I forget. Oh, he's not in my party. I'm too busy standing up there with a pink exclamation box. I watched the VOD ending, by the way, GG. Actually fought a dragon, yeah. It was a lovely ending, I really did think it was good. Interestingly, I had a little look at the PC Engine version in English, and they changed the ending a little bit. Not much, but they just made it a little bit more, let's say, it's funny because, I don't want to say this in a rude way, but it seems like a sort of an American change, or maybe even just Western in general, but it's almost like they were, because I think because they're trying to aim it more at kids too, they seemed hesitant to go all in with the lesson that humanity is bad, because that's the message, you know, the sort of environmental message of the game. But they didn't change it much, but they just sort of they tried to change it so that the dragon was sad, kind of. They said in English, I think they said that the dragon was sad to have to do this, but he wasn't in the Japanese version. He wasn't, it was just his duty. And he had no real qualms with wiping out the human race. It was a West. Yeah, it just seems a little bit like they were trying to make everybody sort of a little bit in a lighter than they were. And it said that actually it didn't change about humanity. It was more just about the dragon, that he was regretful and sorrowful that he had to do that, but he wasn't. That was the point. He was just doing what he should have done. And they added in this extra dialogue that didn't exist in the Japanese one. And I did check the Japanese voice acting on the PC Engine one too to check if it was the difference between the Mega Drive and the PC Engine, but it wasn't. They added in this whole spiel that when the dragon originally wiped out the previous civilization, he then scattered the doom stones, which aren't actually in the Japanese version at all. I think it meant the stones that we'd use to power up our weapon. But that plotline was concluded. He then scattered them so that he would never do it again, but then he did. But none of that happened in the Japanese one. He just wiped out humanity and then came back again when he felt he needed to. He wasn't remorseful about it at all. So, yeah, it just seemed like an odd change, trying to make the villain sympathetic a little bit. And it also softens the impact of humanity, because the main spiel is that humans are a plague on the earth and he's just fulfilling a duty of protecting the world from humans doing what humans do. The fish and the birds now rejoice, the stones sing their hymns and praise, and the trees embrace the sun in the glory of your name. But yeah, in the English version it came off more that he was sort of wishing that he didn't have to. Like, oh, poor humans, but it wasn't really that at all. Along the 7 rivers in the forest, cities and steppes, paeans to the one hand will be sung. There was actually a lot more voice acting in the English version than in the Japanese version that I looked at. There was like this whole bit of the dragon talking at the start while he was like falling over or whatever, but it doesn't happen in Japanese. Those who were brought to LA had come to die. Now they are going home with joy and thanksgiving on their lips. The slaves are free. But yeah, that was what he was. As he was like falling over, he was like, I scattered those stones because I regretted it and I said I wouldn't do it again. Blah 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 blah. None of that. He just fell over. Kui Theng, there she is, the Empress. She looks very good, because I think she's supposed to be Thingy's mom, but she looks pretty badass. I now reclaim the throne. that was stolen from my father. You have avenged us, Joseph. Murad the usurper is dead. His 4 riders are no more. Return to Medivh. Though you have freed the slaves of Renia, Medivh remains in the grip of the Nuvar-Sarim. The demons have ravaged the kingdom, and now they threaten Orenia. Murad was an ally of the demons. As long as he lived, they would leave Orenia unharmed. But now, you are all that stands between the future of our empire and its destruction. Will you come with us? My people need me here, Joseph. Murad's generals will attempt to seize power now that he is gone. Murad's generals will attempt to seize power. Oh. Are they not all dead yet? The Jade Temple must remain strong. We will hold the empire together for the good of its people. How will we stop the demons? Go to Sarnavar. The Kusani possess the knowledge of the rings. They will be angry with you, but do not forget that you are the Sahugani. How will we get to Sarnavar? I know a way. Are you prepared to leave now? No, we will not leave yet. Or yes, we will. I think we will. I think we're done here. Don't think there's anything to revisit. Use the Ring of the Four Winds. The Dragon of the Ring will carry you to Sarnavar. And when you return, I will give my crown to Sihua. That's Fleece's real name, I think. I fought this rebellion for her, and I will live to see her wear my father's crown. Good luck, Joseph. Off we go. Probably a long, long, long loading screen while we load the entire other continent, no doubt. Oh, Fleece has joined the party at least, and everybody else. Are we going to see a dragon?
Though Murad's reign had ended, and all Orenia rejoiced, the summoner's quest was far from over. Medivh lay in ruin. The survivors of the demon's onslaught huddled among the blackened hulls of their villages, starving and terrified. Only the rings of the Kusani could stop the demons now, but these rings had been destroyed in the Forge of Urath. And so, the summoner journeyed back to Sarnavar, the Mountain of the Wise. For if the Kusani could forge the rings anew, Medivh might find its redemption.
There's your dragon. Oh, and here we are. No world maps. Good. The Kusani place their faith in you, Sahugani, but you destroy the rings. Do you believe you are so mighty that you return to Sarnavar and not fear us? I was deceived by the demon of darkness. Shall I just say farewell? Bye. The Guardian nods solemnly. Yes, the demons have a powerful influence on the minds of mortals, even those of virtue and strength. Powerful influence? Pyrul, the demon of fire, now lies trapped in the labyrinth. One by one the demons corrupt our people, turning us against each other. Even the Kusani cannot resist. The demon lies trapped. The demon came to raise an army of Salamanca from the fires below Sarnavar. With their magic, the Ulsadana, and the blah 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 blah. I swear that's all this game is while I'm trying to read it, just all this nonsense. What the hell is an Ulsadana? And the elders sealed the demon in the labyrinth. Sealed the demon? Alas, the seals are weakening, and the demon's power over the Kusani reaches beyond his prison. Those corrupted by the demon are now trapped in the labyrinth with their master. The amount of lore I'm back there now, it's now that I've, left it like 5 months since I last played it, and I can't remember what half these words are. What can we do? You must speak to the Ulsadana. I think that's the council. Yeah, go to the council chamber, Sahugani. Sahugani is their word for summoner in their native tongue. I'm the Sahugani. It's like, what do you call it? The Dovahkiin in Skyrim, isn't it? And these are essentially, they're just essentially the sort of dwarves of this game. Pyrul. So maybe it won't be so long to kill the demons. I've got a bad feeling that we're going to have to revisit 4 locations to kill the demons. And that would make sense with one of my weird memories that I had about this game. Because I remember going to the swamp area, which we've already done. And I remember it being quite late in the game. So maybe it's because we have to go twice. The one near the monastery. There was a quest or two around here, I think, that I wanted to do, though. Who's this? Oh, he's got new stuff, maybe? Ring of Aggression. There's so many rings, I just can't be bothered. Ring of Storms, Energy Fort, whoa. Ring of Control, Push Kick Trip. Oh, we've already got one of those. Berserker Ring. Medallion of Vigor. Ooh, 60 HP, that's quite nice. I'd be tempted to buy one of those. Medallion of Night. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to have to get new armor now? Just to keep up with the game. This music really does remind me of the Legend of Kain, the Legacy of Kain series. Have you ever played those, Tinsara? They wouldn't be suitable for you to stream because they're not intended for everyone audience, but I think you might enjoy them. Day by day our stores of grain diminish. I probably should get some Panacea of Life. Deals huge amounts of damage. Large amounts. I don't know if I want huge. Charges, cure, let's get some of those. Oh, it's fully charged. Oh, can only carry one. Shiver's Brew? Kind of a waste of money though, actually. Do not know them, had a friend who loved the series. It's all like vampires and stuff, so, and demons, so it gets quite dark. Especially Blood Omen. Blood Omen, you would absolutely not be able to summon Blood Omen. It's, Stream Blood Omen, it's very violent. Even though it has 2D graphics, it's just quite full on sometimes. It's very good though. I streamed it myself. I have a VOD saved. I streamed it, ooh, 2 years ago now, maybe almost. Well, less than 2 years, but about a year and a half. I was meant to go through the whole series, but it's a bit of a pain for me to be able to play them because I have to do the PAL versions. I have them all with me now though, but I don't know how well they'd come out. I suppose we could have a look while I've got this set up. Maybe later, at the end of the stream, if I can be bothered. I even brought Blood Omen back with me from the UK, because last time I played it on the PC, but it was a bit of a wonky experience at times. Some stuff was good about it, because I patched it so that it had, I can't remember what the patch did actually, but it had much faster loading speeds. Oh, the whole game, it sort of fixed the frame rate, I think, because the PC version was actually worse initially, and then I patched it. His walk speed was horrible. But not even the Ulsadani and all of the Elders can destroy the Demon of Fire. But I think if I played it again, I'd probably just go with the PlayStation. Now the Sidani will. They need to release that series, like remastered. They so badly. They need to put it out there. I mean, it's on Steam, so I don't get why they can't just chuck it on PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Classics. They keep the Steam versions going, but the PC versions are very unstable. Shocking it's not been remastered. Yeah. You don't even need to do anything special, like just put it in the classics, you know, like with Dark Cloud or whatever. You don't need to do a full HD remaster, just make it available, please. Perfect series. Yeah, they kind of would do well to have a reboot. But then again, I feel like the voice actors are getting older now. A lot of the people that worked on it don't work for those companies anymore. It probably is best to just leave it alone at the same time. Unless they could somehow like remake the games but keep the original voice acting, just keep the, if they could pull the data and remake the games but keep everything else the same, that would work. Because unfortunately you can't get one of the voice actors because he's died. From the flames of the forge emerged Pyrrhal, demon of fire, with hammers and axes. We fought to no avail. Only his magic of the Ulcedan could end his fury. The guy that voices Raziel was, I think, quite old when he voiced him. He's got to have been in his 60s. So he must be like, I don't even know. Maybe he was in his 50s, I'm not sure. He just looked a little bit old at the time, I think. But he's got to be, you know, it's like 20 years ago now. And Simon Templeman's getting on now. But Simon Templeman's still quite active, because he did the, he's done, well, even some of the games I'm about to say are about 10 years old now, but he did Dead Space 3, he did Dragon Age Origins, and I think he's in, I can't remember if he's in one of the Mass Effects. PS is adding games pretty good, speed. Yeah, but I'd rather buy them. Although PlayStation let you choose to buy them, which I guess is kind of nice, don't they? You don't have to subscribe. You could buy them individually. Where am I going? I don't remember my way around. I just want to check the armor store. Keeper of Law. Keeper of Law ignores you. Oh, lovely. He's keeping that law to himself. I'm sure that there was an item seller in that what's it up here. You'd have a blue exclamation mark though, I think. Garni Master. Because of your treachery, Ruka died in vain. By destroying the rings, you mock his struggle and his... Oh yeah, everybody's mad, aren't they? Maybe I should just go to the council first. Maybe nobody's talking to me because I haven't been to the council yet. I think everybody's really upset. Game Legend are free to try and load. Oh, did they? Is that true? Is that real? That means I have it too. I bought it for PlayStation 3 and Vita. I didn't know it was transferable. I thought you had to buy it again because they added in the new stuff. I did not know that. That's great if that's true. I wouldn't play it that way now though. I'd play it off the disc because I've got it on my shelf. But there's other games, like maybe one day they might re-release that I won't be buying. Things like the very, very expensive shooter Harmful Park. I wouldn't mind to get that up and running on a PS4 if they ever chose to release that. There's the... totally the wrong way. And it's nice to be able to... I don't know, it's just nice to have options in case they do a portable console in the future. Wouldn't let me buy it again, just to download. I wonder if they... you'd have to let me know if there's any other games like that, because I know that there was a problem with Legend of Dragoon, and I wonder if it was an apology, because it was buggy when they released it. They had to patch it. It actually had game-breaking glitches in it, so I wonder if they did an apology thing. Oh, here we are. We were wrong to trust you, Sakagani. If we had foreseen your treachery, you would not have left Sanavar alive. You must face our judgment. I was deceived. The council listens as you explain how... Who? Machival? Who's that? Oh, that's the demon, I think. You tell them how you escaped the Tower of LA, defeated the Emperor Murad, and reclaimed the 4 dragon rings. How strange, the Ulcedan exclaims. All these centuries have passed, and the Kasani never learned the fate of Ruka or these rings. You never learned the fate? After he vanished, the demons... After he vanquished the demons, Ruka disappeared. No word ever came to Sanavar of his triumph or his defeat. Tell me about the 4 dragons. You must now learn the origin of your power, Sahagani. Your people lost this knowledge long ago. The origin of my power? Lahara destroyed Uraf at the... Hang on. Lahara destroyed Uraf at the end of the 3rd Arenagath. She failed, however, to destroy him entirely. The one god shattered into 9 beings, 4 demons, 4 dragons, and 1 Sahugani. Okay. The one god shattered. When Uraf died, the dragons and demons warred against each other in the chaos of 10,000 years. Had Ruka not captured the 4 demons, their battle would have destroyed all creation. What are the demons? The demons are the essence of Uraf the Destroyer, the usurper of the throne of heaven, the warrior whose sword split the world in half. And what are the dragons? The dragons are the essence of Uraf the Creator, the father of the Sudani, builder of the City of Gods, second emperor of heaven. And what is the Sahugani? Sahugani is the essence of the Sudani. Who's the Sudani? The people Uraf made in his image. This is why you, and you alone, have the power of the demons and dragons. This is why the one born under the mark can wield the ring. You're a part of that shattered god. Are you following this? Are you keeping up? Can you make the rings anew? Yes, the Kasani can make them, but rings alone will not suffice. We must enchant the rings with the words of Vadagar. Who dat? Or they will have no power of the demons. The words of Vadagar? The divine words written on the scrolls and tablets Vadagar gave the Kasani. Who's Vadagar? These words are no longer in our possession. No longer in your possession. The Knights of Iona stole them from us many winters ago. If we are to make the rings, you must go to Iona again. Island of Thieves. Island of Thieves. That's really... I said monastery. Judgmental. And return our sacred texts to us. I must go to Iona. Upon your return, the 4 rings shall be ready, and with the divine word, we will enchant them. Then, Sahugani, you know what must be done. I must capture the demons? Yes, we have sealed the demon of fire in the labyrinth, but our magic grows weaker as the demon gathers strength. You must hurry, Sahugani, or we will be destroyed in the dawning of the second chaos. Well, that's what the lawkeeper was keeping quiet all that time when he was ignoring me. He didn't want to spoil the surprise. He's desperate to blurt it out. The Ul Sadana and the elders sealed the... Oh, we know this. Get with it. Are people going to talk to me now? Like, can I go to the item shop? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe this was the item shop, actually. You heard from your friends streaming it, the patch did fix it. Yeah, they did, but I wonder if they had to, like, apologise because people would have paid for it and whatnot. Do you not subscribe to PlayStation, though? Is that not why? That's the entrance. Cannot be open from here. That's fine. I don't want to go in anyway. Let's just check it. Because wouldn't that make it free? I don't know how the subscription thing works. Have you ever played Grandia? Is Grandia available? Because it used to be on the PS3. That's a nice RPG. I was just thinking to myself, I'm not crazy, I was just thinking to myself about games that I bought in English from the PlayStation Network back in the day. I remember I got Legend of... I don't remember if I did get Legend of Dragoon actually, I think I have the Japanese version of it. But I did get Grandia in English, and then played about 5 hours of it and didn't stick through with it. I went to a real pain as well to get Grandia, because I had to get it from the American store, because none of the UK stuff would work on my Japanese PS3. I had to get US credit. I did that with Xenogears as well, but then I eventually played Xenogears in Japanese anyway. It's just when I first moved out here though, I kind of didn't want to play anything in Japanese at that point. Nope. Nobody. Doesn't have PlayStation Plus logo on it. Oh no, I thought it was part of a subscription tier thing, wasn't it? I thought if you have a tier, it's like a tiered level, you get access to the PlayStation Classics, depending on what level of subscription you do. Like a game pass. I thought that was how it is. I mean, it's really good value, I think, but it's just not what interests me because I own a lot of it anyway through the years. And I rather would just feel like I don't have to worry about it becoming unavailable. And it seems dramatic, but like, you know, some games I've had on my shelf for about 9 years and I still haven't played them. And we've gone through another console generation since. It's that and Wild Arms. You do, but they put that one out so everyone could get it. Or maybe it's different then. Maybe it's like a taster. I would like to get... There's a couple of things I would be very interested to get though. Mostly just like games that didn't come out in Japan. Or did, but I don't want to play in Japanese. So I would like to get Abe's Odyssey. I was thinking about it at some point, getting the original Abe's Odyssey, but I don't think they have Exodus, do they? I want that one more. It would be nice to have the Tomb Raiders available easily. Fear Effect would be a good one. Have you still got more to say? What must we do now? By the will of Ulsadana you shall go to Iona and reclaim the divine scrolls of the Kasani. You shall restore to our people the knowledge that was stolen from us. Okay then, let's go. I might go get another coffee though. Let's just check this isn't going to load a cutscene, because I'm going to be right back. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, oh my lord. The noise in this game, is it supposed to be like sounding like war-torn whatever? We're gonna have to walk. I think it's all the way the other side of the map, but we'll do it. But first I'm just gonna go make another cup of coffee, so I shall be back in a few minutes. Right. New coffee. We got a good hour left. Or more. Hopefully we can at least maybe conclude the monastery area. I forgot the difference it makes for me to just go live at 9 instead of like 10 or something. When I've got work the next day, I can get a lot more done. Because I feel like I sometimes lately, because I've been so late to get started, I feel like I've been just getting into the game, but I have to end. But like tonight, like I'm well into it, but I'm like, oh, we've still got some ways to go before bedtime. Right. I'm actually glad that this game isn't over. I thought that was really going to be the end, but now that it's carrying on, like, I'm actually quite digging it again. Yesterday I was sort of feeling a bit with it. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. But I forgot how good the story is when it's really going. It's kind of really well written. I like the character dialogue. Just a shame the combat's a bit janky. It makes me want to play the sequel. I think I might not leave it too long before I do, in case it's got any throwbacks to the plot. I don't think it has too much of a connection though. Probably more just the creation story and religion side of it. I assume that, I think in the Summoner 2 the main woman is a not Kasani, whatever we are. What are we? A summoner. Who are you? King of Talas? Do I know you? If I told you my story, you would not believe the tale, for I am the King of Talas. A realm beyond the sea. My kingdom has no place or name on the maps of your people. The world is vast and cruel. Vast and cruel? When I ruled my domain, I imagined the world extended no further than what I could see from my highest tower of my palace. But now I've seen places you never dreamed possible. Really? You don't know where I've been at all. How long have I journeyed? 20 years, 50, 100. I've seen every realm under Eladi's watchful eye. You've seen every realm? For you, there is only Medivh and Aurenia. Your world is small. There is so much you will never see. Where have you travelled? Places too numerous to name. Okay. Kingdoms whose names I've forgotten, and cities of the Iomani and the Emperor of the Blood Worshippers, the cold mountains of Jaya, and the desert of 30 suns. For 7 years I languished in the tower of the in the tower of the Pelican King. What are you looking for? My crown and scepter. For how is a king to rule without them? Exquisite they were, crafted from the purest gold and bejewelled with gems, as things tend to be when they're bejewelled. The gods themselves would envy. Crown and scepter. They were stolen from my palace by a devil. An evil trickster. For all I know, you may be the thief. And you mock me with your questions. Things are never as they seem. This has taken a quick turn, hasn't it? Stolen from your palace. I have wandered these lands for years upon years. I have seen all there is to see, and I desire nothing more than to return home. If you can help me... never mind. I mustn't hope. If I can help you... If you find the jewels I seek, I shall give you all a poor king can give. Sounds great. Sounds like a proposition. I really need poor kings propositions. What am I going... What are these jewels that you want? The heir of King No, that's the other. There's a lot of kings and heirs in this game. King of Talas. Trickster spirit stole them many years ago. Crown and scepter. I've still got Durgan's Lucky Charms. I can't wait to get rid of that quest. I've had it since the beginning of the game. Can we just leave? I don't think there's even any enemies. I wonder how many more side quests I'm going to pick up now then. Let's make sure I'm going the right way. I'm going to walk past the capital as we go, so I'm curious if we can actually go in it, but probably not. Just walking over the river, like the true saviour. Lenalea outskirts. Sort of hoping the Summoner 2 will play well on my PlayStation 2. I don't know how PAL 50 Hz is going to affect it. This game is not very appealing anyway, so I feel like it hasn't done too much damage, but might sour the experience of the sequel. It's just a shame because it didn't. I don't think it came out in Japan, and even if it did, I wouldn't want to play it in Japanese anyway. Oh wow! It's snowing. I don't remember this. This is, or is it just, is it ash rather than snow? the town is in ruins. Stuff like this makes me respect this game quite a lot. Like they've done a lot of remodels of the same locations. Because we've been here when it was under attack too, and now it's in ruins. So it's like a whole new map. I think we'll be going there near the end of the game. But not now. I don't even know what other locations there were. Oh, they've still got... that's a bit crap. They've got the sound of the bustling city playing because I'm nearby it, but the city's not actually bustling anymore. These loads. I hold back. I don't know why. Every time it happens, I always hold my breath. No map available. Actually, I don't know why I looked. I just want to check there's no quest events or something. Ooh, what's going on in here? Hello there. Myrick. Unfolding before our eyes is an epic for all the ages. How Myrick and his band saved the kingdom of Medivh. We write our poem verse by verse, as our blades sing through the air. Righto. Furious. So much blood and anguish. How long must we keep fighting? All I desire now is rest. I dream only of Sarnavar. I'll just go there. Excuse me. Excuse me, Ducat. All of this is Myrick's idea. Courage, he says. Honor and glory. I have no stomach for this. If I were leader of this band, we'd hide in the cave until the monsters went away. What are you doing? So is this not a quest? Oh, they're gonna actually start fighting people. They're gonna end up dead. Oh! The Onis are here now. From the other region. Shit, there's not new enemies, I see. Ooh, let's summon my Jade Golem. Wham. Who's just died? Not one of those NPCs, I hope. Feel sad. Oh. Should we kill you? Whatever you are. Oni. Bang. I think this might be a new enemy actually. I think we've seen different Onis before. These golems are very slow. Does it have any magic? Jade Beam does non-elemental damage to the target. Let's do Jade Beam then. Why would I want to attack Myrick? Boom! That's quite cool. There's a lot of magic actually. Orenian Saber. It's garbage. Anybody else? Let's go. I mean, in fairness, the King of Talas, or whatever his face was, this is clearly a very large world, but we're only seeing a piece of it in this video game. It's a shame it didn't go on to like a Summoner 3 or something. Oh, they set up a good foundation. Oh, there's the monastery, so we'll go there. It was the worst time to have to cough, but I had to. Oh, it's all snow and ash here too. And it's a new map. It's obviously changed enough that I've got to uncover it all over again. Probably combat ensuing. Oh god, Bone Knights. Let's summon Mr. J Golem again. He's rather slow though. I just want to get the experience, but I don't know if he needs to be summoned or not. I'd like this place to have some music. I guess not. Dunk dunk. Why don't you move him? Oh, the sound's a bit weird. It's like sort of stereo. So can we go in these things that we could before? Oh. Did it always do red numbers for damage? I feel like the colours changed a little bit, maybe darker than it was before. Unexplored? Well, I'm exploring it right now. It definitely wasn't that deep a shade of red, I think. Maybe it's because it's very saturated, is it? Gamma or something. I did have to turn the brightness up anyway. Maybe it's the white background making it look weird. Ow. That golem's going to take 10 years to get up here. At least, unlike that poisonous swamp area that I was going through, these enemies are dying rather quickly. They're quite old enemies actually, Bone Knights I think. Seems like nobody's here. Oh, for some reason I thought we were going to go and talk to humans. But it seems the monastery's been totally destroyed too. Oh, we can go upstairs though. Burnt robe. 35, resist fire. Greatly enhances a spellcaster's abilities with fire. Does it? It doesn't say it does. It says it enhances their abilities to protect against it. I mean, we'll give it a look. Well, wait. What is her fire stat then? Her fire is not resistances, skills. She has 4 fire, so if I put this on, what's that? 20 has the effect of heal. May cast heal upon the use. That's nice though. But I think Rad is in right now. Wait, where is it? Burnt robe, there we go. Equip. Oh, that's nice. So, has that boosted her fire like it claims to do but doesn't actually say so? 5. No, it doesn't. It's just done her resistance, I think. Yeah, 40 fire, 10% ice. Oh well, it looks nice. We'll go with that. It's got a better defense stat too, I think. Bow of somebody. Fire arrow. This sounds good. A bow inflicts moderate damage. May cast the fire arrow thing. Attacks against opponents vulnerable to fire. Wow, that's logic. That's what are they doing downstairs? Alright. Oh, is that another one? What is fleece wear? I think she's got a crossbow though. I don't know if I want to change to a bow. She does. Bow and heavy art. 70 damage for the crossbow though. Why can't you identify? Oh, whatever then. You're not having it. If you can't identify it, then you're not having it. Makes me want to double check the other doors though, in case that was some very nice loot. Let me just double check I haven't missed anything. It seems like maybe the game's feeding us sort of end game armor, perhaps. I don't like how they've made a choice to have the rustling wind coming from a certain direction, because as I move the camera around it's like moving from one ear to the other and it's a little bit nauseating. Ooh. If I were a piece of loot, I would be off this beaten path over here. By this dead guy, but I am not. Oh well. How goes the summoning? Just getting ready for work. Good morning. It's good. I'm having fun with this. Got back into it. I think there's a bit more than I thought. I was very near the end. I still am near the end, but I think there's quite a bit more than I thought, than I remembered, which wasn't much. But happy Monday. We won't be finishing this tonight, but maybe another dungeon or two. Probably one. Just check that I haven't missed any items in here. I can't remember actually. Are you familiar with this game? As I originally started streaming this, it's quite embarrassing when I first played this on Twitch. I started it in August last year, I think is when I played it. I played it in August and then I stopped sometime around, I don't know, October, November. Then I picked it up again in February for a couple of streams, and then I seem to just drop it again. I'm definitely going to finish it now. I won't be stopping. Probably finish this week, if not sooner. Never played much. Oh yeah, you said, didn't you? I remember now. I had it on. Does it work? Because I bought it on Steam before I brought this copy back from the UK. Well, before I solved my PAL problem. When I had no PALs. I bought it on Steam, but it didn't work. You clicked on like launch, and then it just like launched and exited itself, and did nothing. Which further convinced me that I don't like PC gaming. Don't know why either. There was no error message or anything. It just launched and vanished. Haste ring. Speed and max AP. That's a good one. That's got to be good. Who needs more AP? And speed. Don't you already have a speed ring on anyway? Jakar. I feel like he doesn't need any AP though. Maybe Rosalind? Because that's MP essentially. You do use it for combos though, but 5+1 resist ice. No. Max HP. Let's just get rid of her HP because she shouldn't, to be fair, she shouldn't really be being hit anyway. Hopefully. If she's sensible. Oh, I'm not going to be able to equip it. Okay, right. Equip that. Boom. What does haste do though? I mean, is it going to affect spells? It would be nice. Attack speed, so it probably actually doesn't. Maybe I should have given it fleece. Do you mind? Quite hurt. I might give it Joseph actually. He could always do the extra magic. And the attack speed. Where is it? Oh, I've accidentally clicked solo. My alarm didn't go off, I overslept. Heading into work late now. Whoops. And yet you've managed to take the time to stop in here. I appreciate it, but don't get in trouble. Nope. That sentence was nonsense. Let's try again. Where is everybody? What are they doing? Want to heal the party, but the party's not here. Where are you? Oh, he's stuck on the stairs. Rosalind can't get past him. He's stuck on the bloody stairs. Yeah, once I overslept for work, it's the worst feeling. Ever since then, I've always had like, I don't trust my alarms because I have a bad habit of turning alarms off when I'm about to sleep. So I always put my TV on timer, but not as the first alarm, but like in case I've overslept, my television will turn itself on and start, you know, blasting away at me, which will usually make me realise what's gone on. So that's like my backup alarm. Very rare it's happened, but... Okay, what's in here? Have I done in this one? Oh, that is... No, that's where I got the red dress. The little red dress. Should get back up. I'm about to... I do. I turn them off and put them in bed. Like, I'll grab my phone, turn it off, and it's in bed with me and I go back to sleep. Or sometimes I'll just ignore it, because, you know, they give up, don't they? They go on to automatic snooze and they just think, oh, well, fuck it then. Right, this way. Whoa! Walk right into that. Today should be chill though, but tomorrow off to celebrate American Independence. Oh yeah, I forgot that. So what's that, a Tuesday? I guess you can't change the date for it. Was it nice last year? Because I guess it was a Monday. So you had a long weekend. Why is Joseph like nearly dead again? Oh, those stairs are broke. I want to complete the map. This golem is gonna have to go away. I wonder if he'll be able to... No, he won't be able to go up these stairs, will he? Might just banish him. Aw, poor thing. See ya. I'm at work. Seems pretty dead here. What, at work? You work days now. How are you? Other than seeming pretty dead. Haven't celebrated this much anymore since falling out with a friend who threw a big party for it anyway. Oh. It's just not a thing, obviously, to me.
It's locked.
I don't really have any sort of concept of the 4th of July. The only reason I'm really aware of it is because of, in Japan, sometimes like in international schools and stuff, it's like sort of gets noted.
It's locked.
It's locked. Got nothing to do with me though, really. But I hope you have a lovely day.
Success.
Quilted robe. Oh, we don't need that, do we? Come on. Let's summon... Oh! No, we don't need to summon anybody because there's a big guy. Doing pretty good. I guess you'll be off tomorrow then too. Do you have any plans? Barbecues or stuff with the boys? Found the Tome of Revive. Lovely. We probably need to come in here anyway, but I'm just gonna walk on ahead. I guess it's fortunate. I just talked about Legacy of Kain the First. Do you recommend playing through it? Oh yes, love them. Amazing series. If you do play it on PC though, make sure you patch it. I can't remember the reason why, but it will improve it. Ice coffins. I guess it's sort of fortunate that America had its independence in July. Imagine if it had been like December. Nothing here. Oh, tomorrow I'll goof off with my guys, yes. Though these days I bet it's quite too hot in July now. But yeah, if you want to play the Legacy of Kain series, you don't skip Blood Omen. Even though it's a bit harder going than the other ones, perhaps in some ways. I personally really like it, but don't skip Blood Omen. It's got a good story. If you play it on PlayStation, it's got terrible loading though, but it doesn't bother me. I think you can speed up the loading if you play it on a PlayStation 2 and do the discs. You know, do you remember when PlayStation 2s you could do the disc speed adjustment to make it do the disc faster, but some games would have problems with it. I think if you do Blood Omen with that, it'll load faster than it would have done on an original PlayStation. I'm sure that's what I used to do when I was younger. I mean, I might play it myself on here, so I'll try it that way. If I do, I might replay Blood Omen. And I did intend to go through the whole series and stream it all, because it's fun. But I sort of stopped after the first game. It was mostly because I couldn't decide how I was going to play the others, because I tried to get Soul Reaver 2 and Blood Omen 2 on my PC, but they just were like, I couldn't get Blood Omen 2 to work with a controller, I think. No, it was Soul Reaver 2, and the opening movie for Soul Reaver 2 didn't load in Steam properly. It was all weird. I just can't be bothered with it. Graphics look better. If you're a PC person, you can get that stuff running. It's probably better on the PC in some ways, but I couldn't be bothered with the hassle. I want to play it with a controller and it wouldn't calibrate properly. Let's save. And then Defiance seemed to work okay. But I have them all on PlayStation. Back a bit, need to get cleaned up for work. Thank you. July 4th is my favourite holiday. It's just a goof off day, no rituals or commitments. That's nice. I mean, if I was American, I'm sure I would enjoy the day. I'm sure that it's a lot of memories with families and stuff. Iago's face is a mask of grief. Oh dear. Abbot Laurent was right, he laments. I can never return to Iona. Iona is no more. What happened? The demon that possessed me has no use for such a frail creature such as myself. Machiavel now has what he wants. The rings are no more, the demons are free, and Medivh lies in ruins. Machiavel, the demon of darkness, the monster you summoned in Saram. With his cane, Iago absently traces the circle on the ground in front of him. I am an old fool. I became an instrument of the very catastrophe I hoped to stop. My sacrifices were all in vain. An instrument? The demon corrupted Galien and Sornahan, just as he had manipulated the four of you. Huh? The four of you. Machiavel seduced them with the infernal power of the Nuvasarim. The Nuvasarim possessed the secrets of Lahara's sorcerers. Machiavel promised them, and fate shall be your slave. Time will grovel at your feet. Iago gestures towards the ruins of the great library, and so with my knowledge of the monastery, the demon told Galien where to find the writings of that dark heresy. Wait, what? Okay, what happened then? Galien stole the tomes of the Nuvasarim and returned to Lenalei, where Sornahan and the demons had crushed... Who are these people? Had crushed Taraman and the army of King Belias. Yeah, because Galien was pretending to... She was the queen, wasn't she? She was pretending to be all innocent. The demons had crushed Taraman and the army of the King of Belias. What happened to Iona? Demons besieged the monastery. Abbot Laurent and all his monks could not repel their onslaught. They butchered the monks of the Sacred Order and plundered the great library. The labours of Carados have been undone. Sornahan and Galien now possess the tomes written in Aosi, language of the gods. In their madness they rule over the wastelands of Medivh. The agony of their people makes them grow ever stronger. We need the Kasani scrolls. The great library is nothing but a ruin. If the scrolls survive the demons' attacks, you will find them in Lenalei. You must confront Sornahan and Galien. Sornahan and Galien? They will be expecting you. They have cast powerful wards in every corner of the city. You will never reach the palace alive unless... Unless what? Unless Joseph and Fleece were to wait outside the walls of Lenalei. You are the summoner, and they know that. Fleece is heir to Belias' throne. You are the one Sornahan and Galien want to destroy. Wait outside the walls? The wards they cast are a difficult magic, and Lenalei has many hiding places. If they believe the four of you will enter Lenalei together, perhaps their wards watch only for Joseph and Fleece. What about Jekar and Rosalind? If Jekar and Rosalind enter on their own, they might have a chance of reaching the palace. Will you come with us? No. My journey is one I must... What journey? What journey are you undertaking? Is one I must undertake alone, and I am no longer of use to anyone. Before we part ways, I must ask for your forgiveness. I forgive you. I don't want to. Rosalind embraces Iago, and I forgive you, Father. When we have defeated the demons, we'll rebuild the monastery together. She was quick to get over that. If I live to see the day, Rosalind, Iago replies, you have my solemn promise, not solemn, golem. Farewell, and may the fates watch over you. I guess, in fairness, if he was possessed by a demon. We'd like to go see the local symphony in the park here. That sounds nice. I don't think the music could decide where it was going there. World map, no cutscene. No world map, whoops. It's not even rendered the area.
I trained to read the language of the gods, dreaming of the day I'd pass through these doors. Now I visit a grave of a mother or father I never knew.
Oh.
A grave desecrated by evil men.
Wait, so when are we I thought we needed to confront them first. I guess we're going in here now then. Yeah, because we never actually did come in the Great Library the first time we visited. I don't know where we're going now though. Is that red supposed to be blood? Don't think so, but it did look rather grim, didn't it? I think some of it might be blood though. Some of it's books. Oh, smoke. I'm glad that she's wearing a different outfit now, though, 'cause it sort of suits, you know, the sort of change in the tone. Maybe this is her vengeance arc. Could you imagine actually visiting a real-world location that looked like this? Sometimes fantasy is so creative, but imagine this, just like a library that's like looks like this, and it's just goes down and down and down. Wait, how do I go down? Hey Jamesy, how are you? Really, how do I go down? Huh? I guess we need to get to the outer side. Why would you let me come in the middle then? This way? No, because that's a dead end. I don't see a way down. Surely that was the right way though. Or do we just leave? Maybe it was weird like that. Why is he here? What do you want? But Laura was right. I can no longer... What happened? Oh, we know all of this. Oh my god, I've got to go through it all again. See, I don't think we need to go there. Or is it just a random cutscene and we got to see the inside, but I don't seem to be able to do anything in there. Because he's told us that they stole the books that we need anyway, so... What does the quest journal say? Capture the demon, we knew that. The fate of Ruka, the king of whatever. Secrets of who? Tome of... On the island of Elena, monk is giving... No. No, where's the actual quest? Demon of Light. Go to Lenale and defeat Sornahan and Gallian. They possess the scrolls that the Knights of Ona stole from the Kasani. With these scrolls, the Kasani will enchant the Ring of Summon. That's a bit confusing, the way that it sends you in here with a cutscene, but there's actually nothing. I don't think there's anything to do in there. There's not even an item to be found. This character always reminds me of Legacy of Kain. Which one? I think it's got nothing to do with the Legacy of Kain, but I do feel like in ways it does. Just mood and the music reminds me an awful lot of the Legacy of Kain. It makes me wonder if whoever worked on this like had perhaps played the game or seen it. But you know, it's not Crystal Dynamics or anything like that. It's THQ, I think. Oh, Volition, who made this, and THQ published it. It's funny though, because then. Well, who was it that went on to do Darksiders? That's THQ published, isn't it? It was Nordic Games. Soul Reaver. But which character, I mean, in this reminds you of Soul Reaver? The hero? Raziel. What Was it that he says you are worthy? Can't remember. I don't see anything in here, so let's just go. I'd like to give the Darksiders series a proper go through. I've only ever finished the first one. The main one's in Bow. Have you ever played Darksiders? It's really good. I'd kind of like to replay the first one though. I wonder whether to bother to play it on PS4 though, or if PlayStation 5 is good enough. I have Darksiders 2 on the PS4. I don't have 3 yet. And then there's that weird, is it a spin-off or a prequel? The Genesis one. Darksiders Genesis, I think it's called. But they always sort of, like, the reason I got into that series was because I saw Darksiders 2 and the character Death and some of his animations and his, like, jumping with his wings coming out reminded me of Soul Reaver, which put me into that kind of mood. They're not really like Soul Reaver though, but they do have that sort of, like, 3D Zelda formula. Never finished Darksiders. I got to the end of the first, the Super turned. I'm booting it back up after a big break. I quite like the first one. I'm not an action combat person so much, but I enjoyed the dungeons and the exploring and using items. It looked like the second one was even better. I'm wondering if we are near the end of the game now, because my memory, like spoilers, but my memory is the end of the game is in the capital city. And specifically kind of in the church. But if we're going to the city now, we're going to go fight the Queen. But do we not need to fight the demons first? Or is that just going to wrap up in a quick cutscene? I didn't expect us to be going to the city yet. Maybe we'll be going twice. But actually, if we're going to the city without Joseph and Fleece, maybe it's not the end. Actually, shouldn't use fire, because I think these are using fire. Whoa, 4,000 experience, that's a lot. That's good stuff. Yeah. Oh, I should kill a couple of these things, I think. I'm going to summon something. Oh, we've got the new dragon. Is it the forest? No, the Jade Dragon. You ready? I'll do it in a minute, but... Magus boots. Wait, what are they? Dun, dun. What did I just kill? Was he a boss? It seemed like a lot of experience. 10 protection, 2 for magic resist, and only Rosalind can wear them. Oh, they're a lovely upgrade. Excellent. Why is Rosalind getting all the good stuff? Now, we've got something else too. Magus gauntlets. 9 and heal +1. I might go for the 9 though. And the heal +1. Boosts healing. Although I think she doesn't need a boost in healing. Oh, can anybody wear it? No, only Rosalind. Oh well. Looks nice though. We'll go with style. Robe of Restoration. I think she's good to go. What about these thingies? What about your Thieves' Gloves? 17 protection. It's the only one I played. I always remember it said your actions affected people's behaviours, but I never saw that in myself. What, in Darksiders? I don't recall that. Was it a thing? Maybe it was in a different one? The second one? This doesn't seem as good. Well, that was a nice fight. Leech, dropping all the good stuff. Oh, let's do my new summon. Let's do the Jade Dragon, Legacy King Soul Reaver. Oh, it does affect it, but it's very simple. It's not really actions, it's like one action. I shall explain after this amazing cutscene that's going to load. Why is there no sound on these things? Did they just forget? Fancy. Okay. That was very extravagant. So there is a sort of morality thing on Soul Reaver, but I feel like it's an idea that they had and didn't follow through with truly. But they didn't totally not include it, but they didn't realize its potential. Why are these things being so bad? Sorry, this is giving me grief. So what it is specifically the humans. If you kill any humans in the game, all the humans will see you as a demon and attack you. But if you don't, then they will start. I think at first they might attack you, but if you ignore them, like you don't do any bad aggression towards them, they will see you as a messiah. And so whenever they meet you, they will get down on their knees and make like a praying sort of thing. All the human hunters, and you can walk around. There's only one small area in the game that has it's the human fortress. It's like the last stronghold of humanity, and there's people walking around there, and you can walk around freely if the humans don't bother you. But if they don't like you, then you have to fight and break in basically, and you have to. Everybody will be aggressive and attack you. But I think what you can do, if the humans do like you, then the sort of civilians walking around, you can grab them and feed on them a little bit of their soul. And I think if you don't kill them, then it won't affect the morality. But yeah, if they see you as an angel of death, they'll run away and flee. So, but it's literally just, it's very black and white. There's no nuance to it at all, and I think there's no way to undo it. I think if you kill a human, that's it. You're just stuck with them, running in fear for the game. But it's best to not have them. It makes the game easier if you don't piss them off, because they're not shooting you with bows from all over the place, and they will help you attack. I think they help attack vampires. I can't remember if there's some in the area. But it's a very, what's the word? A very basic system that I don't think they fully followed through with.
The skies over Lanel were dark with carrion birds, and even living men, for want of food, ate the corpses of the dead. Avram Market lay barren and desolate, a wasteland of decay. The mighty walls that repelled invaders for hundreds of years now crumbled into dust. Here perished the Duke of Tarimon, loyal to King Bellius to the bloody end. Here, the last of the Medivans clawed through the rubble, struggling to feed their children in the shadow of the temple, desecrated and forlorn. The canals of the city turned red with innocent blood, and in the ruins of the palace ruled a new king and queen. Powerful wards had been cast in every corner of the city, watchful eyes waiting for the return of the summoner and Siwa, rightful heir of Mediva's throne. Joseph and Fleece remained outside the city walls, for even the king and queen failed to anticipate the return of the summoner's powerful friends, Jakar and Rosalind of Iona.
Yeah. Bit dumb, really. This is probably going to be rather rough, isn't it? I'm just wiping my glasses down, but this could be a bit of a pain in the ass if I can't take Joseph with me. I should be the one to fight Gallienne and Sordovan. I should be the one to avenge my father. We're crazy to trust Yargo, but what if he's right? I'll wait here with Joseph. Fleece and I will wait here. If we enter Leneley, the wards cast by Sornahan and Gallienne will alert them. Jakar and Rosalind, you must go to the palace and get the scrolls. It's gonna be hard. Are you ready, Jakar? Let's do this. Rosalind's got her new threads. Ooh. Ba-bum bum. Oh, not these leeches. They're awful. Let's empower Jakar. Does energy damage to target. Zoom. It's rather nice. I think we've got this. Just smack it with a stick. Too fast. Whoa, 5,600 experience. That's a juicy amount of experience. They're gonna level up quite well, I think. Can we give Thingy his Lucky Charms back? Or is he dead? We're still there. Why is he alive? Boom! I do like this attack. I think it's really cool the way that it just sort of flies out your body and... Oh, misses entirely. Never mind. Frozen Bone Knight. Have a fireball. Did you ever play the other Soul Reavers? Oh, I think you just said you didn't, did you now? The whole series is really good. I like them all. A lot of people don't like Blood Omen 2. I do. I think the story has a few issues, especially the end. It's a little bit silly, but I really like the gameplay of Blood Omen 2. It's probably almost one of my favourites for gameplay wise, and it's funny because it's not really like the rest of them. Another funny thing about Blood Omen 2 is I think it started life actually as a sequel to Chaka and the Forever Man, and they've turned it into a Legacy of Kain game. Have you found my lucky charm? I fucking have. Your lucky charm? An earring given to me by the spirit of the Sea of Karim. I lost it in a game by chance. If you get it back for me, I'll reward you. He's been standing here waiting for this charm for the entire game.
New insight.
At last, so many times I thought to myself, I should just leave, but then a voice would say to me, don't give up hope. He will return with it. Joseph's not even with me. And so you have. Here's a fine sword for your trouble friend. Oh god, that's a lot of experience. Breaching Claymore. Shite. Maybe I should have waited until the whole party was here. Breaching Claymore. Did that get split even Steven? Oh my god, that's a lot of experience that I think Joseph and Fleece have just missed out on. I haven't saved for ages though, have I? Oh no, I have. Do I dare? Do you think I should? Let's just look at the actual game clock. I'm tempted to leave that quest. Oh fuck it, I know, whatever. It's fine. They were lower levels anyway, I think. Points remaining. Let's give her some more. What? Dark? Increases chance to hit. More dodge. Critical hit. Trip assess. Give us some more fire, I guess. Magic resist. Just give us some more fire spells. Hello there, Corona Gear, how are you? They were the same people. They're not the same people, but maybe some individuals, I don't know, but I think also Blood Omen wasn't made by the normal team that were making the other Kane games, as far as I know. Healing Elixir. Because it's Crystal... So, Blood Omen 1 is made by Silicon Knights, who went on to then do Eternal Darkness. And then, Soul Reaver 1 was made by Crystal Dynamics. Soul Reaver 2 is Crystal Dynamics. Can't remember who did Blood Omen 2. I think it was another division of Crystal Dynamics, but not the main team. But I don't think they necessarily had much to do with Chakan. I think they might have just been assigned... Because there was a sequel to Chakan that was going to be made, and it got stuck in development hell. It was originally going to be made for the Dreamcast, I think, like a reboot or a follow-up of Chakan. You can look at all this up on the internet. They've got like models and everything. And I think, like, a lot of the assets, I think, for that game got repurposed into making Blood Omen 2. It's like enemy designs and stuff, so I think that's why in some parts of, like, some bits of the game, Magus boots. Ooh. Wait, we've already got those. I think so. Some of the enemy designs are a bit unusual for Legacy of Kain, like the demons that are in the game. They seem a lot more like they probably suit Chakan, and I think it's because they got repurposed. But the game itself is still, you know, it's set in Nosgoth, and it's got the whole like vampire mechanics and vampires in it and special abilities like mist form and all that stuff that Legacy of Kain does. But I think maybe some of the environments and the settings and the villains probably would have suited a Chakan game a bit more. But the story of Blood Omen 2 is actually a weird one anyway. Is this not doing damage? I thought these were immune to fire. Oh, it seems like fire's doing quite good. Maybe it was a different leech. But yeah, Blood Omen 2's story is actually, because the timeline is that it's Blood Omen 1, Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver 1, Soul Reaver 2, and then Defiance, which is tying it all up. But the chronology, I think, actually is Blood Omen 1, Soul Reaver 1, Soul Reaver 2, and then I can't remember if it's Defiance and then Blood Omen 2, or Blood Omen 2 then Defiance, because Blood Omen 2 is like in a distorted timeline. It's like almost like a what if scenario, so it doesn't actually quite link up. I think it's Blood Omen 2 is a timeline of what happened to Kain after Blood Omen 1 before Soul River 1, but it's a timeline that's error. Oh, my memory card has fallen out the PlayStation. Oh dear, but it's right there, look. It knows what the thing is. Oh my god, this PlayStation. Let's do this again. Uh-oh. These aren't my saved datas. I just want to save the game. Let me unplug that. What is going on? No memory card detected. What do you mean? Why Liangshan Forest? That's a really old save. I'm very worried now. I'm worried that this isn't going to save properly. Why would it do this? Can I put it in slot 2? Bizarre. 7-2. That's yesterday. Oh my god, what is going on with this game? Have we saved? It's overwritten both of them now. I'm very concerned. No, it doesn't. I'm tempted to get another memory card, just in case. I'm gonna just be a moment. This is very strange. Because what's baffling me is how it's managed to... How did it manage to show me an old save that doesn't exist anymore? Do you know what I mean? That one from the forest is from... 2 days ago. What? It's like haunted. What? 30 hours? I don't know, but I'm going to take this memory card out now, and I'm going to put a totally new memory card in, and hopefully we can save over it. What is going on? No memory card detected. Why? Slot 1s on PS2s break so easily. Whoops! What the fuck is that? This game is cursed. This is like from October? I can't even read the date. 2010? I think this is my clock was weird on my PlayStation anyway, but 6 hours. Did I use a different memory card originally? Let's do a new save game. I might investigate. Oh, this is freaking me out. Whew. Panic. I thought I was going to lose like an entire stream of data. So, what were you saying? Well, I was streaming last night. My daughter and I agreed PS2 is deservedly the second greatest console of all time. It is and it isn't. Like, I personally, generally sort of agree. I think it's a wonderful, like, I think the gaming library is brilliant, but I think the machine itself is very temperamental and actually very flimsy. Out of all of my history of playing gamings, it's PlayStation 2s that have always broken. PlayStation 1s are a bit flimsy too, but PS2s, they're very prone to breaking. But I'd say for actual enjoyment and pleasure in video games, the generation of, I think PlayStation 2 was peak gaming for me. Controls, yeah, they did, but I just think that the machine itself is very, very, like, it's falling apart. I mean, this is old, but do we dare continue? My Japanese PlayStation is the same way, though. So that's that one. Oh, well, here's these saves. I don't know why it made 2 copies, though. That's what freaked me out. But we'll just, we'll continue on. I like Sunrise. It's called, I think it's called Dark Sun or something like that. I've seen the one, but it looked like it was going to be a bit sort of like emo-y, edgelordy kind of thing, whereas the original games were very gothic. It seemed like it was trying to appeal to a more like cooler, you know, like DMC kind of thing, a cooler audience. I didn't really like it, the stylistic changes. So I'm sort of glad it got cancelled. They did make a follow-up though to Kane series. It was dreadful. They did. It was just a tournament battle game called Nosgoth, and it had nothing to do with the franchise. They just ruined the name. Oh my god, well, we're fine. Jackar's leveled up. But yeah, I think that PS2 for me growing up was the most memorable console. It was the one that I bought the most games for when I was younger. It's when I started to get money though as well, to be fair. I had pocket money and I did paper round and stuff, but my shelf was I had GameCube, but I only had a handful of games for that. PS2 was definitely the biggest one. It's just a shame, like I said, that the PlayStation 2s are prone to break. It was disk read errors and wonky lenses, and the memory card slot on this PlayStation is going a bit weird if it's not pushed in properly. I've noticed it's the same with my Japanese PlayStation 2. The left slot is loose over time, which would be fine, but not all games will accept you using the second slot, which is annoying. Because if it eventually breaks, I'm buggered. Right, what are we going to do with you? Heal. Higher level healing spells. Well, when's he going to learn the group heal? That would be nice. Regenerate. I might actually have him do that. Is 1 enough? Accept changes, yes. I don't really need him to have much more. I want him to learn... not resurrect. I want to learn vitalize. Probably shouldn't really. It would be useful to have another resurrection spell. Vague spoilers on Twitter. About what? Final Fantasy? I haven't really been looking at Twitter lately. It's the problem with games like that though, people can't, they have to post their screenshots and nonsense. Why are you going all over there? Steel Golem. Jekyll is right there, where are you going? He's really struggling to detect where this enemy is. The game's cursed. Absolutely cursed. What is he doing? Or is it my... Oh, do you know what it was? I think, you know when you turn a game on, I think my analog stick wasn't centered correctly. It's weird. This game is haunted tonight. Screenshot of a character, right? This character's absolutely the utmost absolute, and then I stop reading. Oh my god. People need to control themselves. A little bit. Like, what? I don't know. People just need to stop feeling the urge to just ruin things. It's almost like that's not a terrible example though, to be honest, in fairness. Maybe they're just having a conversation, but it's like people that just feel the need to leak stuff and ruin things and... Oh. Those barrels seem enemy-like. Better go fight them, pretty much. Right, have we stopped walking around all freaky? Ooh, I'm guessing we need to go down here actually, given that there was a big golem, but... I've totally lost my nerve with the freaky memory card incident. I'm actually going to wipe that other memory card, I think, of this game, because it seems very cursed. Should we just... let's just save again. Here. Let's save over that curse. I'm kind of curious what that is. 2010. It's gone. Do not remove the memory card. Non-explicit spoilers. You know that since this character actually started his character in the game. Exactly. Just I hate stuff like that. Because people think that they're not spoiling stuff, but they are. It's like when you're watching someone stream a game and someone in chat is like, "Oh my god, the next bit made me cry." It's like, okay, great. Prepare myself for a character death. Oh, it wasn't a spoiler. I didn't tell you what happened. It's like, but you set it up. Like, let me be shocked. I don't want to know that there's any emotion coming. I remember seeing that when I was watching someone playing Suikoden, and there's a bit. I think those that have played it know the bit. But just before it happened, someone in chat was like, "Ooh, this next bit is so..." I can't remember how they worded it, but they were just like, "Ooh, I'm really looking forward to how you're going to react to the next part coming up." It's like, shush. Look forward in silence. Because I was looking forward to it, and it really sort of then prepared the person, the streamer playing, that something was about to happen. Oh my god, I thought that was Jekar. Someone bonking me on the back. Jesus, can you not? Oh my god, where is Jekar? What's he doing? God. They look the same. Like, you know, you're just running around. smacking my ass. Oh, she's gonna kill herself. Standing in the fire. Come on. Claymore. Oh, hello. Mary Poppins. Boom! It's a terrible spell though, because anybody standing next to it just burns afterwards. It's killing Jacquard too. It's too bad like Joseph couldn't summon a golem and send it with us as well. I hope there's no summoner spoilers on Twitter. Just FYI, by the way, Chrono Gear, we're not finishing this tonight. We're not finishing this for perhaps maybe at least 1 or 2 more streams. I think there's a lot more left of the game than I'd remembered. We're getting there though. We're in the final region now though. I remember that we had to sort of go back to this place. But I think we need to do 1 or 2 more things first, and then we come back here as a full party, and it should be finale time. Was lightning going to work better on you? Yep. Spoilers of which Kafug gets a shiv in. All of them. Made it to work, blessed be. Did you hear my response, by the way? I don't know if you were there really, but I did know that Legacy of Kain game. I'm sort of glad it did get the axe, because it didn't really look my cup of tea. Boom. Ring of Ice. Aye, aye, aye. Caster gains bonus to hit. No. Probably put regenerate on Jacquard. Oh, I forgot his weapon has the power to do curse, which is quite good because it then increases any further damage afterwards. Right, well, we can't get back in the castle, that's for sure. We've cleared this map. Just looking for secret items and goodies. Didn't know Noskov is related. Oh, you had that? Oh my god. Yeah, the service died shortly after. Because it was terrible, apparently. I didn't play it myself, but... Aha! This is probably where we need to go, but let me just check the other side. There's another game too that has been made. It looks... I don't think it's out yet, actually, though, but it doesn't look very good. It's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Blood Omen. It's made by somebody that worked on the original Blood Omen, but not really the rest of the series, I think. It does look a lot closer in spirit than Noskov does, but I don't think it still doesn't look right to me. I can't remember the name now. If you Google about spiritual successor Blood Omen, you'll find it. It's got some weird name like Disco 3000, I can't remember. It's not anywhere near as weird as that, but... It just looked tonally a bit weird to me. Spyglass. An ordinary spyglass. We'll take it. Could be important. Panic at the Disco. I want to know what it's called now. I can't be bothered to look it up. Too busy summoning. Oh, I've got time during this loading. Blood Omen. Oh, bloody Omen. Blood Omen. Spiritual Successor. Dead House Sonata. That's Dead House Sonata is the spiritual successor. Did it ever come out? No. It's been in development hell for ages. Upcoming free... that was it. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. If there was ever a red flag, like the red flag is free to play. Anything that's free to play is always gonna be, yeah. You were saying the cancelled one looked edgelord emo. Isn't Raziel the dude from Sorry for Someone email? Crazy that. I don't think so. He's voice acted by like a 50-year-old, so I think he conveyed a certain level of intelligence, and it wasn't just. It's not just personality, but if you look at the cancelled game, like he looks like a rock star. He's got his. I think he's got like his torso, like he's shirtless. Maybe I think he's covered in tattoos. It looks very. I would say it looks more like the Crow than Soul Reaver does. But I like the Crow, but I don't know. It just seemed a bit. It seemed. I don't think that the Crow really matches Legacy of Kain anyway. I don't think they're tonally the same thing. Like I said, I think Nosgoth is very gothic. It's a gothic story. It's not. What's the Crow? The Crow's like. It's like street crime, and it's dark, but it's a different tone. Do you know what I mean? It's like more like a modern. Not cyberpunk, but I can't even think of a word to describe the Crow. Dystopian? Is that the right word? Like, I don't know. Like a dark future. I feel like the Crow is ahead of the time with the genre, though. I mean, it's emo before there was emo. I don't think the Crow's that emo, actually. Dystopia, yeah, maybe like that. Whereas I think the Legacy of Kain, it's very much, it's a gothic vampire. Dystop, thank you. Hey, Techie Rob, how are you? Whereas I think Legacy of Kain series is rather different. It's very philosophical for a start. It's all about fate and destiny and time and paradoxes. The Legacy of Kain series is really, really heavy. You have to play them all as well. Like if you try and play Soul Reaver 2 without playing Soul Reaver 1, good luck following what the hell is going on. And if you try and play Defiance without having played Soul Reaver 2, just don't. It's like worse than Kingdom Hearts in its nonsense levels. But in Legacy of Kain's defense, they brought the sequels out quite quickly, one after the other. So it's not unreasonable to expect you to have played them. Shit. Time to use that resurrection spell. Too busy yapping. Summoner, I hardly know her. How are you? What is going to work best on this thing? Ice damage, perhaps. Boom. Horrible. I've got to go through this whole... You know, we've been through this so many times now. But which way do I need to go? I want to get to the palace, so probably to the right, but I'm curious about the left now. Let's play more of them. I've always wanted to... You should. really should. The first Blood Omens even is a little bit more different as well, because it's gothic fantasy rather than just like post-apocalyptic gothic. Because the first game is set during when the world is still normal, and so and what I think the Soul Reaver, the Legacy of Kain series does really well is because you play as you're an anti-hero in the first game. Raziel's a bit of a wet drip. I much prefer playing as Kain. That's why I like Blood Omen 2 and I like Blood Omen 1. And Defiance is really good because you get to play as Kain again. But Kain is just an absolutely brilliant character because he's very much an anti-hero. He's very selfish, arrogant. He's not a very nice person, really. But he has his own sort of motivations. And I think he's very genuine, but genuinely selfish. He's a much more interesting character to play as. Because there is a sort of evil in the world, but it's the definition of an anti-hero, really. But because obviously he's a vampire, but he's doing stuff because it's going to serve him too. He wants revenge, so that's why he's going along with what people are guiding him to do. Because the premise of Blood Omen obviously is that he was a bit of a playboy nobleman, and he ends up getting assassinated at the start of the game outside this town, and then he gets granted immortality by the necromancer Mortanius, but actually makes him into a vampire. And he goes to get revenge on his attackers, but then after that it's more like, well, they were just the instruments, they weren't the actual cause of your death. So then the game continues. It's fun. We're trying to play the Soul Reavers like a lot of players once of the controls. One where did it go? Soul Reavers it's a masterpiece on PlayStation. It's a very, very underappreciated game. I think it's one of the greatest PS1 games made. It's a lot like things like Secret of Mana, where it's both a masterpiece but also incredibly flawed in the sense that it has a big energy of not being finished and needed a bit longer, but it's still very good, unlike something like Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, which feels like it's unfinished. It's also absolute trash. But the Soul Reaver, it's fascinating. If you can look online at like stuff that was cut and things that could have been. It's a big shame, really, but it's still a good game. But graphically, the whole shift in planes, I think people don't appreciate just how graphically impressive Soul Reaver is. Massive, massive environments, not a great deal of loading between them unless you're fast traveling. It all sort of seamlessly renders as you move. A lot of trickery with opening doors to load the next area, but they pull it off very well. And then it still blows my mind, the ability to shift between the physical realm and the spectral realm in Soul Reaver, where the whole world like distorts around you. It's a very, very fancy effect. I mean, it looks great on PlayStation 2, but on PlayStation 1 it's very, very cool. Necklace of Defense. Yeah, it's just a really good game, and I think it's sort of got a bit lost in time now because it hasn't been re-released over and over again. Yeah, I think it is. I do think it is. It's not for everybody, but it's a good game. It's very hard because it's very, very puzzling. It's very easy to get lost. It's very devious. I would say that the combat gets a little bit dull as the game goes on. That would be one criticism, really. And some of the dungeons, some of the puzzles are pretty much head scratching at times. I'd love to replay it. I will do. I haven't played it for so long. I'd love to give it another go. Have a reboot, remake it. Wasn't it Core Crystal Dynamics? It's not Core, it's Crystal Dynamics. It's Eidos though. That's the sort of link to Core, but it's nothing to do with Core, but it's the same publisher. after Blood Omen anyway. I talked about it earlier, but I think you'd gone to work. But it was Silicon Knights that did Blood Omen first, and then there's a whole thing. I don't really know the details myself so well. I remember seeing a video about it once, but I don't remember it well enough to tell you. But there's some sort of drama with Silicon Knights in the first game, and I think they got it. I think they lost. I think there's a bit of. I'm sure that there's some drama to do with. They sort of had the game taken away from them, the series taken away from them, and then it was given to Crystal Dynamics. And I think there's a bit of bitterness about that, but then Soul Reaver was made. To be honest, I think it's the work that Crystal Dynamics did on Soul Reaver is the reason that Eidos handed them Tomb Raider after Core fucked it up. I don't know, this is just my pure speculation. I don't know anything about the industries or whatever. Just as a consumer, I would say it makes sense that Soul Reaver was very critically well received, and they were doing a good job with that stuff, and Core had fluffed Tomb Raider 6, so I would imagine that's why Eidos handed the IP over to Crystal Dynamics instead. You never got round to playing that one? What, Soul Reaver? You should. Yeah, they don't seem as big in America, maybe. I find it a bit odd. But then again, maybe they're not so big anywhere. I don't know that many people that have played them all. Me and my friend, though, we love them. I know Barley Bat was quite fond of them, although I don't know if she's played them all. I know she has fond memories of Blood Omen. Quotable memories. The best thing, that's the other thing that's really good about the series. There are a number of people that liked it. You have to play it to know what I'm talking about, but it's just, the writing is incredible, and like Blood Omen in particular, but even Soul Reaver, it's quotable, it's got very memorable lines of dialogue, and you'd play it quite a few times in your youth and you'd just recite it all. I mean, I'd say that's another power of the series, really, for the time that it came out. The level of voice acting in that series compared to anything else at the time was just insane, because, you know, you had your Jill, don't open that door, and then you've got like Blood Omen is just, it's like Shakespeare. Because Simon Templeman is an amazing voice actor. To the point that I actually know his name. And it's got Tony J. The late Tony J is voicing the Elder God in Soul Reaver. He also voices the Necromancer Mortanius in Blood Omen as well. And if you don't know Tony J, he's Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's that very deep, recognisable voice. Do I need to go this way? Lenalay City? I'm going to save just in case I don't, because I don't want to reload all the enemies again. Metal Gear Solid 1 was out by that point. Same year, yeah, I think they were. You know when people talk about what was a good year? I think 1999 was a very good year for video games. Because what was it? I'm going to guess, I might be getting this wrong, but is it like Final Fantasy 7, Tomb Raider 3, Soul Reaver, Metal Gear Solid? Just those 4 games alone are some of the best on the machine. Wow, Tomb Raider 3 perhaps not so much in hindsight. I don't really care for it so much now, but it was a big title at the time. I'd say 2 is better. Is this where I'm supposed to be going then? Why is this all unexplored? Ocarina of Time of 98, yeah. Oh, 98 then. Maybe it's 98 I'm thinking of. Those 2 years then, let's say. I thought Metal Gear was 99. Maybe it's PAL. What year was Metal Gear Solid in North America? I don't think we got it till 99. Maybe we didn't. Should, you know, Google's right there. Metal Gear Solid. Just kill these skeletons, please. Yeah, we got it in February 99. Very late 98 apparently. October, I think. So we didn't get it that much later after you. Just about 4 months, I think. Well, when was Soul Reaver then? Let me check my... Was that actually 99? August 99. August 99, yeah, I just had a lot. I think if you dig deep enough though, you can argue that many years were good years. I feel like, was it 2013 was a good year in gaming because we got Tomb Raider and The Last of Us. What is this? A mummy? Oh. 2023's been pretty good. I wouldn't know. Wait, what was the other big game? Oh, Zelda. Oh, I should stop doing it fire. It's not working, is it? That didn't work either. I don't think we should be here. I'm tempted to go back. Oh my god, I was literally doing it. Uh-oh. I think she's about to die. Stop! No! Oh, I hate this inventory. Where's the potions? Miscellaneous. Oh, it's under magic, isn't it? Stop hitting me and hit Jakar, please. Oh, sorry, tension right now. It's awful, but when shit hits the fan on this game, it's like spinning plates trying to keep alive. Stop interrupting my spell! Rosalind! Whew, there we go. Oh, that doesn't work. Must be ice they're weak to them. Oh, they're magic now. Ooh. Magus boots, Magus gauntlets. Go and get it. Just to try using that drawing on the cloud. I didn't even read that. Tried to use. I have a pencil drawing I made of Raziel impalling a vampire. Probably you'd see all over. I tried to get out later. Tried to use that in the drawing of Claudia's motorcycle. Get picked out teen newspaper to be the illustrator. What's that? Oh, is that sadder? I was never good at drawing. The only thing I could do was sort of copy by sight, but only certain sort of stuff. I remember I drew a picture of Asterix. Bitch! Why are you so savage? Right, what is this mummy weak against? I don't even know. Light can't be very useful for her. It'd be nice if he could have light. It increases hit. I'd rather increase his hit. Medallion of power. Wait, what did that do? Huh? God, this is PS2 this whole time. I think it's PS2. Oh no. PS1 couldn't handle this. Not quite. Where's Medallion of... what was it? Medallion of Power. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I just equipped it. Push. I don't want push. Barbarians talk. That one. There we go. Although, I should just increase his axe ability and then I won't need to use it. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be going this way. Should we just go back? Can I come through the palace through the sewers anyway? What does the quest thing say? I thought it would be a dead end if I can't do it. Go to learn if you... Where are they though? Let's go back. I'm not convinced. Maybe I'll make a save just in case, but the experience has been worth it, I guess. Follow the light. Let's see you play The Simpsons Hit and Run. I've never played that. I've heard it's good. I don't have it, unfortunately, though. I don't think it came out in Japan either. My nephew likes that. Do you remember The Simpsons Wrestling? I played that when I was younger. I was thinking about that the other day. I wish I could replay The Simpsons Wrestling. Graphics were quite good for the time. I remember it was quite impressive. They look like crap now, but... I was at Virtual Springfield. Isn't there the Simpsons game on PlayStation 3? Was that supposed to be good? Or was it Futurama that I'm thinking of? These things are so cursed. What happened to her? Oh, she's turned to stone. Did you fucking... Oh. As soon as I paralysed her, he hit her at the exact same moment. Oh, stop it. Behave. God, this game really just... Oh, at the times. Fuck it. Leave her alone. The way the AI just goes for her and I can't get it to stop just because she was at the front. Oh, he's paralysed now. God. This music is very Legacy of Kain though. This music. This would go into a Soul Reaver game without a blink of an eye. Or even the Overworld. It sounds like the Overworld on Blood Omen. My God, why is this thing so awful? Freeze! Go away! Do something. Nice coffin? I don't know. There we go. That monster needs to chill out. That pun was not intentional. That's awful. I would never make such a dreadful pun. How's that? The first pun wasn't. How's that was intentional. Tempted to clip that down. Nobody needs to know I was playing this game. You can if you want. I always forget about clips when I'm watching other people too. Well, I need to stop setting her off at the front. Just chill out, Rosalind. Running in there, guns are blazing. Right, what are you... I can't remember what this golem's weak against. I think it was ice. Although it doesn't seem so much. I actually want to turn the vibration off. It's giving me the jitters. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really going like zzz while she's chanting all these spells. Do you remember when vibration was relatively new and games just had to like use it all the time? Remember Tomb Raider, shooting the gun like bam 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 bam, your controller's going like crazy. What's down there? I'm not going down there. Go away. Right, can we just empower you? I'm not going to be able to do the castle, but I'd like to get there and then save. Would be nice. Whoa, he's wrecking shit. I wish his attacks were a bit faster actually. Maybe I should change it. Steel gauntlets. Place of defense. These accessories I'm not using. Oh, it's one of these again. Oh no, it's a golem. I thought it was one of those greater gorgons. I hate them. I wish her AI would cast in power. Have I been down here before? Why isn't it on the map? Oh wait, why does it say layer 1 of 2? Is that what this is? Stop running away! Oh my god. Oh, for fucking paralyze. No, not cure on yourself, like you tit. She was too far away to reach Jakar. Oh, she's just paralyzed again. Stop paralyzing! Oh. It really sucks when there's only 2 people. Don't start bopping him with your staff, AI Rosalind. I don't know what they're weak against. Oh, it's just whatever. Just keep busy. Don't know why I went down there. He's paralyzed again. And now she is. This is silly. Not on you. This is just a dead end. Oh, it is. It's just a dead end. I hate these sewers, and I hate the fact that I've been through these sewers about 3-4 times in this game now. They really loved them. Don't know why. That's literally just shit falling down from the ceiling. ain't got time for you. Everybody hates it, exactly. How are you? Womp. It's fine, but do they have to make you do them like 20 times? Susan plays because they want to. This is no mine carts in this. See, I don't know what that word was. Should have gone this way first. Although this is going to have to be the wrong way, but whatever. I like his running animation there. Let's cast. Can I do freeze or blizzard on you? See what blizzard. Oh, I can't even see with the camera, please. There you are. Warm. Great. AoE spell. These spells in this game, they're really terrible. These like blizzard things I've just done, because it hurts my party too, so you can sort of never use them really, because I would need to cast it here and it would just kill Jakar as well. I don't really get the point. Same with the firewall. Sometimes the firewall can be quite good, because I don't know if Blizzard works the same way, but the firewall, if you're far away enough that they can't aggro onto you, you can cast the firewall on them and they won't become hostile and they'll just stand there and burn. But I don't know how it works really with the Blizzard. Right. Are we like nearly leveling up again or something? No. Experience, see, the thing is with this sewer as well is these enemies, the experience is quite crap. The leeches were okay outside. Right, let's just keep going. What was that way? Did I go there before? Can't be open from here. I'm not sure. I think that's the way to the palace, actually. We needed a golem to... Oh, was that the way to the palace? Can't use it. Because I think actually maybe this is going to take me to the old city instead. So maybe I was going the right way. Whoops. We live and learn. Can I get in from here? Let's try. See if we can do Blizzard. I can't see though, that's the problem. Change the... Whoops! Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Has that got him? Yay! Scum tactics. I don't need to deal with his nonsense. Aren't you not dead yet? Oh, what a shame. But yeah, happy Monday, Kara. Oops.
What a great
Stop going in for the melee. What a great toss. What a load of toss. You know, in your own time, Jakar. I want to rush you now. This is the old city shit. This isn't the castle. The palace. I don't think. sleep. Oh, time for a blizzard. What's Mr. Freeze say? It's going to be cold, something. Oh, it woke him up. That's a crap spell. Rosalind. So this is just a dead end? Oh. Don't move the Gorgon. You just live your life. Ah, that's better. Bob. So what's that one then? The map doesn't make it very clear that it's actually a dead end. Oh no! Ooh, oh, healing elixirs. But it is a dead end. This is the old city though, I think. I don't think it's the city, the palace. Oh. No! It's the wrong way. We were the right way before. I think. I mean, there's no other exits, are there? What's that blue bit at the bottom of the lake? At least the enemies don't respawn. Is this a dead end? I go down there. I must have been going the right way all along. I bet it's quite literally not even giving you an explanation, just you can't go through the exit. I guess a sensible person that hasn't had like an 8-month break from this game would actually remember the way to go to the palace. I thought it was through here though, but it seems like I can't get in. Oh no, we've woken the golem. Oh, he's slow. It's fine. That's the way that I came in just now. Oh no, some of these enemies have respawned, haven't they? Maybe it is this way, because we had to. This was a puzzle. Yeah, we had to open these sluice gates at one point and run through. No, I think it was from the other way though. I remember. The old city. Yeah, now I'm confusing myself. It wasn't this way? Was this the way that I came in? With the original game, we had to get through these. We went Wait, we came from the old city. This guy says Barnish Castle will be the final area. What guide are you reading? Sounds like Legend of Heroes. We've moved on. That's still dying. Does energy work on these? I don't recall. It says Shiver Kafugs. PS2. Gotcha. I think this is actually where we came in. Or is this the palace and I've just got totally just... Leneley outskirts? No. No, 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 no. No, it's definitely where I was before, I think, when I was killing those mummies and leeches. That must be the way. Walk past the shit again. Oh, why have you respawned? Stay over there, I can't be arsed. Surely I might be able to just run all the way through, you know, if they have respawned. Or maybe they haven't. What's that? Something I did earlier. Wait, was this the exit? That was the exit, wasn't it? I'm curious what's down there, though. No, I'm not. It must be right. It must be this way. Because why would they place all those enemies there and have you walk it all the way around? It's got to be a thing. I thought we were going to come up inside the palace, though, like we originally did at the start of the game by going through the sewers. But I guess we're going to try and go through the front door. Or whatever. But we've got to get all the way around first. I mean, that's assuming we're going to the palace. I don't really know where the Queen and what's-his-face actually are. But we're going to have to kill all these leeches and mummies again now. Which is going to be fun. At least they have good experience. Oh no! Whoa! Why are the fireballs missing the soldiers and hitting me? Check hard. Hit them faster. She's going to die. What? Use it. Oh, stop trying to attack with your fucking staff. Frame rate is certainly a bit sluggish at times. Oh, the whole game doesn't have a frame rate, really. I think some of the issues are also that I'm streaming from a PAL format and forcing it to be through a HDMI, so I guess it's forced to 60 Hz. I don't know how it's really working. I mean, what's going on here is this is a 50 Hz game, but I'm playing on a 60 Hz TV. The capture card is probably obviously capturing the same signal, whatever it may be, and I'm using one of those like like pound cable things that you get that converts the signal from whatever it is into HDMI, so that the capture card can recognize it and I can plug it into a modern TV. Well, I don't need it for that reason, but I only use it for capturing really. If I was playing this normally, I'd use component cables. But for some reason, well, I wouldn't with a power one because it wouldn't work, but for some reason my HDMI converter cable seems to bypass the PAL 50 Hz problem and allows me to play it on a Japanese TV, which doesn't support 50 Hz. But I wonder if it's also making the game look even more ass. I mean, it doesn't look great anyway. We played. I don't have any footage of it because I didn't keep the VODs. But we played all of Oogie's Revenge, and you saw that, Chronogear, if you're still around, and that looked mostly fine, didn't it? I didn't even realise some of the screen when we played that. I didn't actually realise some of the screen was being cut off. Although that game might have had a choose 60 Hz option, I can't remember now. But then again, if it did, then I wouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe it did actually. I think that let you play in 60 Hz, which would solve the issue. Because some PAL games did used to let you choose. This one doesn't. And nothing on PlayStation 1 does. So alright, let's just kill this guy. I want to know what mummies are weak against. Just physical, perhaps? Get 7,000 experience from them though. But anyway, unfortunately I'm going to end there because it's late. It's like 1 AM now. I do have work tomorrow. I should have finished a bit sooner, but I wanted to at least save in a good place where I'm going to remember what I'm doing. But we'll stop there. And we'll end. Let me just save again actually. I'm so paranoid. Why is DVD trying to read? Oh, I think I just touched the top of the lid. It saved, didn't it? What are you doing? I think the lid on this PlayStation is a bit sensitive now too. Just went to bed first. Let me just check I saved. I did. Okay. This PlayStation's really old. It's really tired. Like me. Right. We will finish there.